Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 70 of the Backrooms Documentaries. This episode will explain a very insane level known as the Shady Gray. This level is one of the weirdest, reality-altering, distorting, and twisted level in the Backrooms. So without further ado, let's dive right into the explanation. The Shady Gray is an enigmatic level of the Backrooms, and it has a survival difficulty of class Undetermined, mysterious properties, unknown information, undocumented entities. This level is made up of 8 different sublevels within its overall unstable environments. This mysterious series of sublevels share one thing in common, and that's the fact that each and every one of the sublevels are in grayscale, meaning your vision will be in black and white. The MEG has sent 8 agents to document this level, but only one has made it out alive. Allow me to explain these sublevels, and make sure not to visit this level. Level 00 of the Shady Gray is known to be the first and most environmentally stable sublevel, even though it's still far from stable, of course. There are very unstable properties in level 00, as people have reported trees being no-clipped into each other, as well as objects appearing blurry when being looked at for too long, and dead animals with very strange mutations. It is not recommended to touch or interact with any of these unstable anomalies, or it will go really badly, and I mean really badly. When you enter level 00, you will wake up in a shack that appears weathered. The windows appear to be forced into the walls, and the door is missing from its hinges. The key detail about the shack is an analog clock. Level 00 has a day-night cycle. However, the level will instantly change to night, and vice versa. This happens every 12 hours, by the way. The MEG base beta has a replica of that same clock in their base to make sure research teams go to level 00 after the transition to day to ensure the highest possible chance for survival. Level 00 is similar to Minecraft, as there are no entities during the day, but at night it becomes uninhabitable. The entities are built different, as the night phase is so dark you can't even see your own hand very close to your face. The entities, however, have very strong night vision. The level basically becomes a dead zone when it turns night. Any forms of water in this level, like lakes, ponds, and waterfalls, contain almond water, but they turn into liquid pain at night. Even if you take it away from the source, it will still turn into liquid pain, so it's not advised to drink any of the almond water in this level. To enter the next sublevel, you can dig a hole 10 meters deep in the ground. You will then enter level 11. Level 11 of the Shady Gray is a large mansion-like structure that still holds similar properties to level 00, as some furniture and decorations will appear glitchy, and it's not advised to touch any of them. This picture you see is the main lobby of the mansion, and is the starting location for everyone who enters level 11. There is an entity here known as the Landlord, but I'll get to him in the Entities section. When the Landlord does chase you, all nearby doors will close and lock. If the Landlord catches you, he will lecture you to stop trespassing on his property, and will more than very likely destroy you like a Geometry Dash character, but more mutilated. People have shot and killed the Landlord and broke the locked doors, and that's how they entered level 2-2. Level 2-2 of the Shady Gray is described to be a forest covered in snow. Even though it looks cold because of the snow, the environmental temperature is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or 38 degrees Celsius. This boiling temperature can cause death from heat strokes, sunburns, sun poisoning, and other climate-related effects that can be dangerous. The grayscale vision of this level also makes it harder to notice sunburns, so be careful. Even though this level seems dangerous due to the temperature, this is one of the safest sublevels in the Shady Gray. This is because of the lack of dangerous entities and unstable properties. Precautions should still be taken in level 2-2, as the temperature can be lethal. To get to level 3-3, you just have to ask the entities here to simply leave level 2-2. They will then thrust you through the ground, and you will enter level 3-3. Level 3-3 of the Shady Gray takes the form of an infinite ocean with random clocks floating around. This sublevel is one of the strangest sublevels in the Shady Gray. The clocks might not look interesting, but they have reality and time-altering abilities. The water is a mixture of distilled water, mercury, and gasoline, making it unsafe to consume. The MEG has tried to search underwater for anything interesting, but we haven't found anything. We did, however, find 4 unique clocks with very cool abilities. Analog clocks, then when touched, can send you to either level 2-2 or level 4-4. These are the safest clocks to interact with. Digital clocks, however, are dangerous but also rare. Their ability is that touching one will immediately send you to the void, so don't touch them. Watches can be used as weapons, and the way to use one is by pointing a watch at your target, and they will be time traveled to their last day alive. If you've been hit with a watch attack, it's not too late, as you can still avoid your death, changing your fate, but you'll also have to be really lucky. Finally, grandfather clocks are the largest yet heaviest to pick up. If you were to throw someone onto a grandfather clock, they will either de-age into an infant or rapidly age into an elderly person. There is no possible way to change them back. It's proven difficult to try and set up an outpost, as there have been previous watch wars. The only way to enter the next sub-level is by touching an analog clock, as there is a chance it will teleport you to level 4-4. Level 4-4 of the Shady Gray is the last stable sub-level. It takes the form of an infinite city. When you enter this sub-level, you will fall from the sky from level 3-3 and then into the level's river of level 4-4. It's safe to touch, but not safe to consume, as you can get sick. Level 4-4 has a similar property to level 1-1, as it's unstable. The level is similar to level 11, but the buildings are even more unstable, as they can be upside down, floating, or even no-clipped into one another. The level has environmental hazards you should be careful from. These hazards contain sudden changes in the temperature, natural disasters such as blizzards, acid rain, tornadoes, and more. To exit, you just have to no-clip anywhere to enter the unstable and heavily unexplored sublevels of the Shady Gray. As the name suggests, all hope in the Shady Gray is completely gone. It's nearly impossible to survive, and there is probably no exit. The stability in this sub-level is completely nullified, meaning there is no stability left. It takes the form of a series of unstable hallways, and it feels like you're slowly fading from existence. Basically, all hope is gone. Too Far and The End are the last 2 sublevels in the Shady Gray, and they are unexplainable. It looks like they're the last 2 sublevels if you were to escape Lost Hope. In level 00, there are those entities with night vision that I mentioned and explained earlier. In level 11, there is the Landlord. The Landlord is a humanoid entity in a suit and tie and wears a fedora, which is a type of hat. The Landlord will slowly walk towards you when you have been noticed, and he will lecture you about trespassing on his property and will have you unalived. In level 2-2, there are the Fallen Angels. The Fallen Angels look like humans with huge black wings and mortal injuries. They will have a conversation with you if you talk to them, but they will get aggressive when you mention anything about level 71 of the Backrooms. Other than that, they're typically docile. They will also send you to level 3-3 if you ask them to. They will also refuse to talk about their origins. There are no entities in level 3-3, but in level 4-4 there are Smilers, Skin Stealers, Facelings, and the Mangled. The Facelings in this level are different, as they will try and mug you and put their hand out, meaning they want you to hand over your stuff and valuables. Don't try to attack them, as more will approach you and attack you until you stop moving or just hand over your stuff. Giving them almond water will make them passive and for exactly 1 hour before becoming hostile again. In level 2-2, there is an unnamed base here that guides and houses wanderers until the MEG has found a way to fully escape the Shady Gray. We don't know a clear method of entering the Shady Gray, but it's most likely from level 71. There is no exit, by the way, so if you enter this level, good luck. In summary, the Shady Gray is a series of unstable sublevels, each getting more and more unstable the further you progress. The next episode will feature Entity 167 of the Backrooms, but until then, I will see you in the next episode.